What's up, guys? I'm Chris with Deville Magic, and today you're watching a magic review on the 864 Project by Geno Deville, available at Deville Magic. What is the 864 Project? This is Geno Deville's work on the 64 principle. So what you're going to learn here is a really cool card routine, but this principle can be applied to so much more than just cards. Okay, this can be done with card magic, this can be done with mentalism, so that can be predictions, or what I really like that I'm coming up with is not coming up with, I'm just using different materials than cards, is a banknight effect where I'm using envelopes, but you can also use billets or things like that. I'm going to go into the card routine, just a performance using a randomizer, which happens to just be a poker chip that will randomly allow you to see that a spectator can choose, make all the choices. So that's the nice thing. I guess that's what I need to mention is the way that this principle is used. Your spectator is making 100% of the choices, and in the end, the outcome is 100% out of your control, or not out of your control, within your control. So whatever you want to happen is exactly what's going to happen, regardless on the choices that they make. All right, so this is an effect based entirely on your spectators' choices. So you bring out your packet wallet or whatever you want to carry your cards in. This is a TCC packet wallet. Should I review it? It's awesome. So you have your blue cards and your red cards. Okay, so the first thing you're going to do is you're going to get your spectator to mix them up. So for lack of a spectator, we're using I just double-side taped two poker chips together. Blue will represent, or black will represent blue, and obviously red will represent red. So you ask, do you want a blue or a red? Red, so we go a red and a blue. And then we do it again. Do you want a blue or a red? Red. And this time you can ask if they want one card or two cards. So if they say two cards, then it's red, so you go a red and a blue, a red and a blue. And then this time it's blue, so you go a blue and a red. So you can see now we have a red, a blue, a blue, a red, a blue, a red, a blue, and a red. And if they would have selected blue in between there, you'd have like a red, a blue, a red, a blue, a blue. Anyway, it does get mixed up. So it's entirely based on their choices. Next, you are going to have them select a card for themselves. So you place two cards out. Do you want the blue or the red? For you, the red. So they get a red. Next, you do it again. Do you want a blue or a red? A red. So they get a red. And now for me, do you want to give me a blue or a red? A blue. Okay, so anyway, a blue. So I keep the blue. And then again, do you want to give me a blue or a red? A blue again. So I have two blue, they have two red. Okay. So then, to them, do you want a blue or a blue? So they're going to select one. Okay, so they'll select this one. Okay, fair enough. And then for me, which one? Either one. Okay. So then finally, we're left with two cards. You tell me left or right. Left. Okay. So they get left with one card, whatever they say, and you get left with the other. All is fair. So their choices mixed up the cards. Their choices determined, whether they were giving themselves a blue or a red, and then whether they were giving you a blue or red. And in the end, they're left with a pretty crappy hand, and you are left with exactly what you want. This is a download. It doesn't require any special cards or any special gimmicks. You can basically use this principle and what's taught to almost anything that you want, whether it's just pieces of paper or playing cards or different objects. So that's what you get, is a download. The tutorial is well done. You're going to learn a basic routine with cards, which you have just seen, and then Geno also talks about some different applications that he has come up with, and he also mentions using different objects, whether it's random objects like physical objects or envelopes, billets, if you want to do this with mentalism. Difficulty level on this, it's really easy once you grasp the I guess the concept of this. It's not difficult at all. I watched the tutorial once, and I was able to perform it after that. The angles on this, there are no angle restrictions at all. Setup and reset, there is a setup. It will take you all but 2 or 3 seconds. The reset's about the same. Can it be inspected? Absolutely. I mean, you're using regular playing cards if you're doing the playing card routine. There's nothing fancy about them. They're just standard cards or pieces of paper. Anyway, like everything can be handled by the spectator. They don't need to. That's not part of the routine. But if they think anything's suspicious or funny, then by all means they can check everything out. Obviously, there are no arts and crafts because you're using anything you want. Pocket space. These will not take up any space in your pocket. If you are doing a playing card routine, you're using 8 cards. Okay, so what I've done is I have taken 4 blue cards and 4 red cards. I think that using different colored backs just makes the routine look better, makes it easier on you, and I think it also makes it easier on the spectator. But I took 4 blue and 4 red, put them in a little packet wallet, and throw that in my pocket along with my regular deck of cards. Packet wallet's about that thick and the size of a playing card. So really, no pocket space. If you're already carrying a deck of cards, it's not going to add anything to your pockets. Is this a worker? Depending on which routine you want to use, this can be applied for any type of working situation. So if you're doing strolling magic or close-up magic, if you're using playing cards, you can, as long as you have like a surface to deal down the cards, you're good to go. And that surface, it doesn't have to be a table. That can be the spectator's hands. Okay, so it can be done anywhere, anytime. Now, where this really shines for me is if I am working like doing a parlor show or a stage show and I'm doing mentalism. I think that this is something that I'm going to use. I'm going to use it as a bank night routine where I have 8 envelopes. Spectator makes 100% of the choices, and in the end, they will have something like pieces of paper that say "Please try again" in theirs, and in the ones that they've chosen to give me, I'll have, I don't know, $20 bills, or it depends on how rich I am at that time. Maybe the denominations will be higher, but so I'll definitely use this on a number of different working situations. Is it worth your money? I think the price on this was $10. I could be wrong. I think it was $10, which is absolutely that's a steal. The ways that you can use this, the fact that you can use it in like a stand-up show or like a stage show, $10 is nothing. So yeah, it's definitely worth your money. Pros and cons. There are no cons to this. You can use it with so many different things, objects, whatever, right? So again, there's no cons. The pros, What I really, really love about this is the spectators are making all of the choices. And this isn't Magician's Choice. This isn't Equivocate. This is literally they make all the choices. So as you've seen earlier in the performance video, they make all the choices, which allows you to show a mixed, I guess, for lack of a better term, deck, right? But it you can cleanly show that things are mixed, right? There's no specific order. They made all those choices. They make all the choices on what they are keeping and what they are giving to you. So they aren't making a choice between A and B, and then you decide who gets what, as how Magician's Choice works. You are saying up front, which one are you going to take for you? Which are you going to give to me? So it's so fair, right? There's nothing sneaky about it, and I don't think that they're going to feel like anything sneaky about it. They're legitimately going to feel like they've made 100% of the choices. And in the end, with whatever you're using or however you choose to reveal what you did, um, they're gonna they're not gonna feel like they were forced into any kind of outcome. So those are the pros. I think this is a really, really great purchase, and the fact that you can use it so many ways makes this definitely a purchase that I think you should make. That's my review for the 864 project by Geno Deville. I will leave a link in the description below on where you can purchase this. It's devillemagic.net, but I will leave a link that will take you directly to this download. Coming soon will be a download by J. Scott Barry, Coincentric, which is one of a three one download of a 3 download series. I don't know how to word that, but anyway, thanks for watching, and keep checking back for more reviews.